Well, viewers, the top story for today, of course, is coming in from Karnataka, where contractors yesterday, after doing a press conference, where they said that they're not getting payments. It's not for 1 or 2 months. It's for over 20 months, they say. They say they're going to the government, knocking the doors right now, but the payments aren't coming. And yesterday, while all of these allegations were coming to the fore, there was one individual who walked out of the press conference quite agitated. He comes out and says, well, everything's not okay with this press conference because certain issues are not mentioned. Now, today, contractors of the Bengaluru civic body, BBMP, are up in arms against the civic body not clearing outstanding bills for works that have already been done. And this is just the tip of the iceberg. The contractors right now say that we're not going to do any sort of work. They've been alleging even corruption on the part of this government. They've met the governor earlier today and they've, written about a whole lot of issues that they are facing. In this letter, they have taken a straight aim at Deputy Chief Minister, Mr. D.K. Shivakumar. Now, why I was telling you about this individual who walked out of the press conference yesterday? Well, he's the one who went on to say that he, along with many contractors, feel that this issue should have been raked up. That 10 to 15% commission is being demanded to release payments by the Bangalore Development Minister is what they've written in their letter to the governor. Now, the state government on its part has formed a special investigation team. Now, this is going to be probing irregularities in the BBMP works over the last 4 years. Now, D.K. Shivakumar alleges here that bills have been submitted without work also being done and has also questioned the quality of work that's being executed. Now, because of this, the contractors feel that the payments will be delayed even further. But the bigger charge here that has come to the fore is that they have maintained in this letter that to release the payments now, some of the contractors have gone to the association and said that Mr. D.K. Shivakumar is seeking money. Now, when we ask Mr. D.K. Shivakumar, he claims that no blackmailing will work and he's just going as per law. He also maintains that this could be at the behest of some of his political opponents as well. Firstly, let's listen into the BBMP Contractors Association President Manjunath about what he said and then listening to also the reply from Mr. D.K. Shivakumar. If you could tell us, what is the complaint that you've made to the governor?
At the time of payment, they are telling that the investigation will be made. After that, we will release the payment. But we are asking from 26 months, what are you doing? It's not the way to do this thing, release the payment. Immediately, you should release the payment.
Okay, these are payments that you're saying, sir, that from over 20 to 5 months it's been pending, you're saying. But there is also a portion in the letter where you make an allegation here that that some of your contractors are saying that the Bangalore minister here is asking for commission of 10 to 15%. What information do you have about this and where does this?
We don't have any information. Some of the middlemen told them, for some of the contractors. What
did they say, sir, if you could tell us?
Yeah, they won't release the payment unless we have to pay the commission. Okay. They scolded me in the press meet.
Okay. Also, you have said that you will go on an indefinite strike. You're also saying that, if the payments are not given, the last option will be suicide. It's quite a strong statement that you've made, and this is a letter that has been presented to the Karnataka governor.
Yeah. Yes. From yesterday only, we stopped all the works, and we are meeting these 28 MLAs, irrespective of parties. And then after this week, we'll decide how to move this thing. Movement.
ನನಗೆ ಯಾವ ಬಿಲ್ ವಿಚಾರ ನಾನು ಯಾವ ಗುತ್ತಿಗೆದಾರನೂ ಮಾತಾಡಿಲ್ಲ. ನನಗೂ ಪ್ರಜ್ಞೆ ಇದೆ, ನನಗೂ ರಾಜಕಾರಣ ಗೊತ್ತಿದೆ, ನನಗೂ ಕಾಂಟ್ರಾಕ್ಟರ್ಗಳು ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ, ಯಾರು ಇದೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಏನು ಬೇಕಾದ್ರೂ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನಾವು ಕಾನೂನು ಪ್ರಕಾರ ಕಾನೂನು ಚೌಕಟ್ಟನ್ನು ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಈ ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಮೇಲು, ಈ ಥ್ರೆಟ್ಟು, ಈ ಗವರ್ನರ್ ಕೊಡೋದು, ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಪತಿ ಹೋಗೋದು ಪಾಪ ಇದೆ. ಕ್ವೈಟ್ ನ್ಯಾಚುರಲ್ ಅಲ್ವಾ? ನಾವು ವಿರೋಧ ಪಕ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿದ್ದರೆ ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಬಂದು ಭೇಟಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀಲ್ವಾ? ನಾನು ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಪ್ರಮಾಣ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾದಿಲ್ಲ, ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ. ಕಾನೂನು ಏನು ಹೇಳಿದೆ ಕಾನೂನು ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡ್ತದೆ. ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಬಿಲ್ ಕೊಡ್ತೀವಿ, ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಲಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂದರೆ ಬಿಲ್ ಕೊಡೋದಿಲ್ಲ. ಇವತ್ತು ಅರ್ಜಿ ಕೊಟ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ನಾಳೆ ಟೆಂಡರ್ ಆಯಿತು, ನಾಳಿದ್ದು ಆರ್ಡರ್ ಸಿಕ್ತು, ಒಂದೇ ತಿಂಗಳಲ್ಲಿ 1,000 ಕೋಟಿ ರೂಪಾಯಿ ಕೆಲಸ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ? ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಕೆಲವು ಆಫೀಸರ್ಸ್ನ ಹೇಳಿದ್ವಿ, ನೀವು ಅದನ್ನ ಸರ್ಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿ ಅಂತ.
Now today they are exposed in such a way that Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, D.K. Shivakumar, has been named by the Contractors Association BBMP. And they are not stopping there. They have done one more thing, that they are saying that he has asked for the money and they are ready to prove in front of the God whom D.K. Shivakumar believes Deputy Chief Minister. This is the status of Karnataka after the guarantee government has come to power in Karnataka.
Well, on one hand, you have the, BBMP Contractors Association doing a press conference saying, well, release our funds. They've also approached the governor. They're alleging corruption. Meanwhile, the Karnataka Contractors Association President Kempanna, of course, he's the one who had written earlier to the Prime Minister in 2021, alleging that there is, 40% commission that's demanded. They too are saying that the formation of the SIT is a delay tactic, and the fund release is something that's a big problem at this point in time for all the contractors. Mirana had an exclusive conversation with Kempanna as well. Let's listen into that portion.
I request the government, at least if you want to make the SIT, let 90% of payment let them pay. Afterwards, they do inquiry with me.
Okay.
They can do. I do agree. If there is this, what action they have taken against the person who is responsible for work, because the officials they are involved and all. They should have taken the same officials is doing this work. How can they give a justice for contractors? I don't think no purpose will be served on the same setup if they have made.
You mentioned earlier, sir, that in your view this was a delaying tactic to delay the payments of the bills.
100% is a delaying part, and enchanting the contractors. Contractor is suffering a lot from last 6 months. They have not get any payments and all.
Well, my colleague Neha is live with us on the broadcast. Neha, this is an interesting situation because, when we look at what has been happening here in Karnataka, there's been allegation after allegation. And, this particular Congress government is just less than 3 months old at this point. And already you're looking at, them writing to the governor, the contractors, the BBMP contractors this time around, that there is a demand for commission.
Well, that's absolutely right, Deepak. While on one hand, it seems like the Congress government in the state of Karnataka, that came to power largely by championing the cause of, the previous government's corruption and how they, raked up that entire campaign. On the other hand, it seems like, the current government too, of course, has to some extent been plagued with these allegations of corruption. Yes, while the contractors on one hand say that, they're unhappy with the formation of the investigation teams over here to probe this, and they're calling it merely a delaying tactic for their payouts. On the other hand, you have the government that's in fact, said that they would not be disbursing the payments until such time that the SITs submit a report. So it is, of course, quite a sticky situation over here for the Contractors Association as far as their payments are concerned. We'll really have to wait and see, Deepak, what comes out of this, because now, we heard from the Deputy Chief Minister as well, Mr. D.K. Shivakumar, where he very clearly goes on to say that all of this is nothing but a political game being played by his rivals, and which is why none of this, should of course be paid much heed to. Remember that, in fact, the Contractors Association have also now met the governor over this issue. How will that play out? Whether the governor directs, of course, the government to look into this. Is there going to be some sort of a formal probe? Well, all of this is something that's going to play out in the coming days.
Absolutely. And we just saw, of course, yesterday the governor shoot off a letter asking the government to look into the allegations against the agricultural minister. Now that he has a letter where, there is an allegation against the Deputy Chief Minister, the Bangalore Development Minister, we'll have to really see whether the governor here will ask the government to look into it, whether he himself, will probably address the issue in any way that he can, of course, constitutionally. All of these aspects, of course, are developments that we're expecting on this matter. Now, to debate about this, or to open it up rather, we have Mr. Madhu N. Rao from the BJP. We also have Bhavya Narasimhamurthy from the Congress. We also have Sandeep Anirudhan, founder of the Citizens Agenda. I'll open this up with the Congress party at this point in time. Bhavya, we've heard Mr. D.K. Shivakumar. He says that political rivals may be behind it. He doesn't care about these allegations, blackmail. But this is, a letter, an official letter that has been written by the BBMP contractors to the governor of Karnataka. One has to take it seriously, don't we? Because, on one hand, they're saying that, well, our payments are pending for months together. Some of them are saying, well, for our payments to be released, there's commission being sought. Your entire campaign last time around was around the commission charge. But now, in just a couple of months that you're in power, you're facing the same charge. What do the people of Bengaluru really think? That who do they, go to if this is going to happen? If contractor association after association comes out and keeps saying, well, we are being asked to pay commission, and it's happening out in the open.
There is a reason why these bills have been blocked. Lokayukta has given a report that most of these works, they have not even started and they have not completed, but they have raised their bill. Because of which we want to make sure we scrutinize each and every work there to make sure these engineers have inspected the quality of the work and the completion of the work before releasing the bill. We are very clear, and the Deputy CM, Mr. Shivakumar, is also very clear in his statement that those who have completed the work with good quality, work and they need not really worry. Only those who have not completed the work on time or who have used, low quality products for the work, they need to be worried. Other than that, I don't really think this should be a big issue. Other contractors will definitely get their bills very soon. And the very point that, people saying government doesn't have money, that's the reason the bills are not being released, that we can totally, keep that aside, because BBMP itself has 2,000 crores in its account if it wants to release. Government need not pay them. So this whole thing is about the quality of work, and we want to make sure.
Bhavya, I understand what you're saying. I understand that, we heard the statement from Mr. Shivakumar. You're referring to the SIT that has been formed. You're referring to the Lokayukta going ahead and conducting certain raids a couple of weeks earlier, where they found that there was work that was carried out, work that was not carried out, and bills that were generated. And right now you're saying investigation is to go on. I'm not referring to that, because I'm referring today to a particular point. This is a letter that has been written to the governor. Let me read it out for our viewers. It says, it appears that the BBMP, which is supposed to act in a manner so as to protect our interests, has been acting in absolute detriment to our interests, they say. Now, towards the end, they also stand here and say that the association has received representations from numerous contractors complaining of the illegal and arbitrary stand of the BBMP in refusing to release payments, and we have been informed also by some of the contractors that a commission of 10 to 15% is being demanded on behalf of the Honorable Minister for Bangalore Development for the release of payments against the bills that are certified and approved for payments. I'm asking about this particular charge because you had, started the campaign against the former Chief Minister. You had called the BJP, 40% Sarkara, but now you're facing the same allegations.
So we came to power promising the people a clean administration, and we are here to deliver this. And this allegation, the very context of this allegation is that we are not releasing their bills due to corruption in the work. So I think these 2.5 months since the government, since Congress party took over the government is too short for us to scrutinize each and every work and release the bill. The contractors need to have some patience. If there is one contractor who is claiming these allegations, of course this will be looked into it. If it has gone to the governor, governor will take action and the reality will come out. But the very main reason, as the Deputy Chief Minister has said, is because of the, work done and the quality of work done. It's as simple as that. But whatever allegations they have made, they have directly gone to the governor. So, of course, the governor will take the decision as to what he wants to do.
Bhavya, what I'd like to ask you, it was a similar letter that was written to the Prime Minister. At that point in time, you on basis of the letter of the contractor itself, you made the allegation. So now, can you really shy away from the fact that you'll have to really look into your own house if everything is okay?
Then, exactly. Our allegation was that the Prime Minister should have taken some action against these people if they have written a letter. Now they've written a letter to the governor. Like, for example, every allegation that has come up, we are setting up an inquiry, right? So the same thing will happen in this too. I don't think we are going to brush it below the rug.
You're setting up an inquiry, against the works that were done by the previous government. You're setting up an inquiry whether payment should be done, whether the work was done or not. Okay, let's bring in the BJP, but let's see what they have to say, because Mr. Rao has been quite silent in the last 5 minutes while we've opened this up. Mr. Rao, what would you like to say about the contractors right now, saying that it's... And by the way, it's not all the Congress to blame here, because the entire crux of the issue lies in the fact that payments are not being done and they're being withheld for months together. It's starting from your regime, and at the end of it, the people of Bangalore are the ones who are going to suffer because works are being affected. Mr. Rao.
Deepak, good evening. I just patiently listened to my friend Bhavya. The fact of the matter remains that this government is one of the corrupt government we have seen within 3 months of its formation. Point one. Point two, look at the audacity of the Deputy Chief Minister. He says, come what may, go what may, even if someone complains against me, I know what to do. Is this how a DCM reacts? Point two. Point three, I mean, now precisely the contractors are talking about the very 2,500 crore amount, what they're talking about. And just now, Bhavya was talking that there was 2,000 crores in the account so that it can be given. Please, I just want to remind her, it is the same Contractors Association who have alleged, saying that there have been payments which have been done on on whims and fancies, depending upon who is to be given, based on some parameters which we do not even know. How were those payments made, by the way? Those payments were also questioned. And if these people are asking for the payments to be done, Mr. D.K. Shivakumar, who is the DCM, seeks for 15% commission. I mean, this is really called as boomeranging effect. You were talking about 40% against our government without any iota of evidence. Now the same Contractors Association are giving you an evidence on record to say that there is a 15% commission which has been sought by the DCM for releasing the payments. And mind you, these are the payments for which the work has been done long back, and for which even they're supposed to get EMD and the DLP time is also up. So therefore, these are all, eye-washing tactics. In fact, I must say...
What stopped you, Mr. Rao?
There was a 6-page...
Mr. Rao, what stopped you from making these payments? Because it's been 3 months that the Congress here is in power. The contractors are saying it's over 20 months that the payments are pending.
Deepak, you please go and ask the very same contractors. It is on your own channel. They have told till 2 months back, Mr. Tushar Girinath were making the payments. But all of a sudden, after this government came, why did they stop the payments? God alone knows. They're on record to say this. So it is incorrect to say that we had not made any payments. Therefore, in fact, I'll tell you something.
There has been a delay.
Pardon me, my throat
there
is
has
not
been
proper.
a delay. If there are payments which are stuck from 20 months, it's not as if it's been happening very smoothly.
There is a, Deepak, please kindly, there is a 6-page letter written by D.K. Shivakumar to the BBMP Chief Commissioner, saying that I need to check 26 parameters, only then the amount would be released. And he says I have only 600 crore to dispose of.
Mr. Rao, you know what's my concern here? While the Congress, hits out at the BJP because of a previous contractor's letter, now the BJP is very happy because the contractors have written another letter. You know who's suffering in all of this? It's me, it's the viewers. It's the common man of Bengaluru, because at the end of the day, work has to be carried out. Infrastructure cannot be affected with the payments being halted. Because that's where the crux of the issue is. Sandeep, what do you make of it? Because politics has its own side to play in this. But at the end of the day, what about the infrastructure of Bengaluru taking a backseat, or the pace itself gradually slowing down?
Conduct investigation.
I'll come back to you, Mr. Rao. We're not closing the debate. I'll come back to you. Let's bring in Sandeep as well. I'll come back to you, Mr. Rao. Sandeep.
Yeah, thank you, Deepak, for having me on the show. See, let's try and actually address the realities, okay? Now, if you speak to any BBMP contractor on the ground, what they typically say is, this is how the system of BBMP is. Literally, their payments will be pending for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years sometimes. Sometimes Even about 6 months back, when we spoke to BBMP contractors and asked them why works are delayed, they said, see, we are still waiting for jobs that we have completed. And I'm talking of, this is how it has been always. So typically, the BBMP contractor has to factor in a delay of anywhere between 1 to 3 years. That means he has to factor in interest costs for financing it. Then he has to, and it's an open fact that kickbacks have to be given. So there is corruption. And after that, he has to deliver a job. So you can imagine how much this will affect the quality of work, which is why we have poor quality work on the ground. So if these contractors have not been paid for 2 years, they pretty much must have already paid kickbacks. Now, if it is true, the allegation that another 50% is being demanded, then they're already they have finished their budget of kickbacks and they have to pay. It will become a 55% corruption now. Now, the Congress came to power promising cleanup. They said the previous government was corrupt. We want to clean up. How do you clean up government? You have to clean up the process. And the simplest way, what is the simplest way to make a government corruption free? It is to make it transparent. We are the IT capital of the world. And if you look at the BBMP website, it looks like the not third world, one of the poor countries' website. It has nothing, no details on it. Why can't the BBMP, first of all, put all its accounts online? Why can't it put all its work orders, contracts, tenders, everything online so public can view?
Well, most of its tenders are uploaded online, but of course there is a delay sometimes in uploading of some of the tenders, Anirudh. So it is, Sandeep, in fact, it is there. It is on the website. At least the tenders are there.
No, tenders don't give out much details. I'm saying the regular accounting process, every work order given, every billing, let it all be online. Regular people who are good at commerce, who are CAs, can go through it and figure out what is going on. We can identify where there is corruption. We can identify faults.
Let's ask Bhavya this. Bhavya, Sandeep is mentioning about what different are you doing? Because there were corruption allegations in the past. Now the Congress has come to power. You are facing the same allegations. So for the people of Karnataka, for the state to have believed that Congress will bring about a change, bring about transparency, what efforts are being done? Because you're again investigating what the Congress did. You're saying there was a lot of corruption. I beg your pardon, what the BJP did. And you're saying we are going to look into all of that. We're going to stall the contracts till we find that actual work was done. Okay, but what about your work? What about the payments that you do? What about the allegations of corruption against your government?
So I would like to tell Mr. Sandeep that almost every tender that were given out from the government are online tenders and everything is in the website. First thing. And regarding what we are doing for this clean, that's exactly why we are stalling their bills, to check what kind of work they've done. As you said, these bills are pending for the past 26 months, not for the past 2 months. If it was just past 2 months, I don't really think the contractors would have lost their patience this way. If BJP was the one which had stalled their bills, I don't think they have any grounds to actually stand here and say why Congress is doing this. There must be some reason why BJP had done that. That might be their 40% commission. But we are very clear. We are set up this thing only to investigate into the work, check their quality and then their work and then only release the funds. And we have only been in power for the past 2.5 months. And this is too much to expect for the government when BJP just before elections had given out 1,000 crore worth of tender, which we had to stall. Because in 1 week, that too in 1 week, and there was no point in doing that, and we have zero idea why they did that, and mostly maybe to keep their MLAs happy in their own way. But we had to stall all that to make sure that we deliver a clean administration. That's exactly why we have stalled this. And the Contractors Association needs, or the contractors, they need to have some patience. 2.5 months is too quick for us. Like, if they had protested against this as well, they should have done it during the previous government. Because these bills are pending for the past 26 months. Not just for the past 2 months. I don't think they would have even cared if it was for the past 2 months. Well, that's where the frustration builds up, right, Bhavya? Because, you can't say just because it's been 2.5 months, they can't protest now because they didn't protest earlier. But, it's a delay that's happening. So every month for them will be difficult. And you're looking at lakhs of rupees that they have invested from their pocket. So just because it's a Congress government, are you taking away the right that they have, the right that they have to protest?
Because it's, or because you're just, nascent, because it's just been 2.5 months?
No. Let me make this very clear. I've never
you said they had to
not
protest earlier. Yeah, they're doing it when you came to power.
So many protests against the BJP government. There is not. I just said they should have some patience, but they can protest. It's their democratic right. It's no one can ask them not to protest. And I've never said that. It's online. You can go back and check. All I said that they should have had some patience, but instead they're doing it. I totally understand, because they have been waiting for the past 26 months. But the blame is on the BJP government and not on the Congress government. We are very clear that we are going to scrutinize each and every work and then only release the bills. We are not going to do what BJP did.
Okay, Mr. Rao, respond to that. You also wanted to make a point earlier, but critically here, the Congress is maintaining very aptly. They're saying that it is your mess that they're cleaning up, and because of it, there may be frustrations that are emanating.
Deepak, let me come to that. The allegation is that one of the contractors has specifically made that Mr. D.K. Shivakumar is seeking 15% commission to release the money. Point one. Point two. Just now, Ms. Bhavya told that there is 2,000 crores of money which is left. In such a case, what is the problem in not giving? Point three, these are all finished works for which they're seeking money. And please, I request the Congress party to go and sit with the contractors who have made allegation against them. They themselves have told, just 3 months back, Mr. Tushar Girinath has given money. They're not giving money only after this new government came. Please ask that. That's because they're making corruption allegations. This is the very same government where officers are writing complaint against their own ministers saying that money has been asked, bribes have been asked by their own ministers. Example of Chalroy Swami. What did B.R. Patil say? And what is this contractor saying all about?
But those officers are claiming that they didn't write the letter, Mr. Madhurao.
I'm sorry to say this.
Well, but the officers yesterday said that they haven't written the letter.
Now everyone say it is fake. Now everyone say it is wrong. I mean, let it be investigated. My only point is, if Ms. Bhavya is telling that there is an SIT,
say they are not written the letter, what can we do?
Kindly, please, 1 minute. Let the SIT investigate into the allegations of even 50% of Mr. D.K. Shivakumar. What is he telling? He is telling, you do whatever you want. Let me see whether I will pay or not. Is this how a government works? Is this how a DCM states? Is this how a government is functioning? Look at the allegation against him, and he himself is telling, he is exonerating himself. This is the state of affairs in BBMP, Deepak. This is the state of affairs which in the BBMP which is happening. In fact, I must say...
But the Congress also made this allegation that the BJP did nothing to ensure that the payments smoothly came in for nearly 2 years.
What do you have to tell about this?
Okay, Mr. Rao, also respond. I'll take it back to the Congress, but you have to respond to what the Congress has said, that, you waited nearly 2 years. Payments are still pending for some of the contractors. What were you doing during your regime is the question. And more importantly, they are saying that it is because there was corruption during a regime. They have to investigate it. That's why the payments are slowing down now.
Sorry, let me distinguish. These are the BBMP contractors and these are not the other department contractors. Point one. That were the other department contractors of RDPR and other things. But this very BBMP contractors, they themselves are on record to say, you please verify the facts. Let the Congress verify the facts. They are not telling that. They themselves are on record to say, Mr. Tushar Girinath, who is the Chief Commissioner of BBMP, has given money just 3 months back in the old government. Why is he not releasing? Who is stopping him? Who has been directing? These are the questions asked by the contractors, for which the DCM has to answer, because he has written a letter saying that I will
quickly let's get in the Congress, because we'll have to close this debate. Bhavya, can we expect a thorough probe into the allegations that have been made now by the set of contractors from the BBMP? Because it's the Deputy Chief Minister, the Bangalore Development Minister, against whom they have levelled these allegations. So can we expect a fair probe as well here?
Deepak, can I have a word? So
first of all, Mr. Rao still didn't answer us why the bills are pending for the past 26 months. So let that be recorded here. And with respect to this, yes, it has gone to the governor. And 26 months. The bills are pending for 26 months, Mr. Rao. You need to update yourself with the news. Most of the bills are pending for the past 2 years when you people were in power. Anyways, and regarding the probe, yes, if this, like I said, the BJP and the JDS together have been creating all these fake letters and all of this when it comes to other aspects. If this is written by a contractor to a governor, depending on what the governor directs the chief minister to do, if the probe will be set up or not, we really need to wait and see. I'm very positive that our government is here to give a clean administration, and we will respond democratically to every allegation against us, because that is what we have been doing it, unlike BJP. Yeah.
Okay, that's what the Congress says. They're saying that all of this will be looked into democratically, as far as the BJP is saying that, the corruption allegation is directly against the Deputy Chief Minister. Today we had certain reactions demanding even the resignation. This is not an issue, of course, that's going to die down anytime soon. We'll keep a very close watch. We're going to be moving on. Thanking all the panelists who joined us, Bhavya, Mr. Rao and Mr. Sandeep as well. Moving on now, the Karnataka